Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is another film review. This one is called Ibiza Undead. It's a horror comedy. Came out in 2016. It's rated 15. It's an hour and 39 minutes. Amazon rating is 3 out of 5. IMDb is 3.2 out of 10. I'm going to do the Amazon synopsis. The In-Betweeners meet Shaun of the Dead in this righteously entertaining British zombie film. A group of young people head to Ibiza for the holiday of a lifetime, all the sun, sea and debauchery they can handle. The director is Andy Edwards, who directed The Vampire of Soho. The producers, well, there's 11 different types, so I've just picked producer, and that was Eliza, Elizar Cabrera, Cabrera, who produced The Tombs, and music was by Chris J. Narn, Nairn, who did the music for Psychotic. So the cast, obviously I picked the main guys, a couple of other people as well that I thought were the main people, well, in a way. So we have Ed Keir, who was Big Jim, or was also called James, and he was in the Batman. Now, I've seen a lot of Batman films, so there's another one called The Batman, as well as Batman, and, you know, Batman. So this is Batman, The Batman 2022. So I'm going to have a look at that one, because I could do with a good laugh for watching another Batman film, because, you know, they're not original with their naming title, obviously. Matt King, who was Carl, who was in Bronson. Brilliant film. I mean, you may or may not like it. It's a certain type of style for Bronson, but I liked it. Homer Todiwala, Todiwala, who was AZ, or Az, who was in Spy Wars. Jordan Coulson, who was Alex, who was in The Wolfman. And Cara Theobald, Theobold, who was Ellie, who's in Downton Abbey. Never seen it, believe it or not. I'm a British person and I've never seen Downton Abbey. I just don't think that period drama really appeals to me, to be honest. It was filmed in London, in England, Valencia in Spain for the beach scenes, and Ibiza, obviously, for some experience. I'm going to go with the trailer for that bit. It's also known as Zombie Spring Breakers and Ecstasy of the Dead. So, it says it's the In-Betweeners meet Shaun of the Dead. Now, I've seen Shaun of the Dead. I like that. It's a brilliant film. I think it's Pegg. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Simon Pegg. But brilliant film. I loved it. In-Betweeners, believe it or not, again, I've never seen it before. Who would have known it? A British person never seen the In-Betweeners. But, I don't know. Maybe I will do one of these days. It's a beautiful location, literally at the very beginning. You see the blue sky and all that lot. It's the beginning of the trailer. You see all this lot. You don't see that afterwards, to be honest. Well, you do, but not until halfway through the film. So some poor dude looks like he might become a zombie. So he's annoyed his boss, that must be Carl, who's Matt King. And so he's going to become a zombie. And that's all before the credits. This is literally the first 2 minutes or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. So our three guys, right? So zombies are apparently. I mean, again, this is very, very beginning, so I've not really given it away. But zombies are kind of like life. I think IMDb says that as well. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, okay, maybe not. But yeah, there's apparently outbreaks of zombies all over the world. So they're kind of like just jetting off on holiday. But they said never seen a zombie before. There you go. But then James is wearing a t-shirt, a Slayer t-shirt. I love Slayer. Again, some people probably won't like that music, but you know, each their own. It's a decent comedy so far. Definitely British humour. So if you're British and you like the typical British humour, you know, and the way that we speak and stuff, then you'll enjoy it. If not, well, there you go. So the guys are in a bar, right, and they're thinking where to go clubbing, so they're kind of like just chatting to each other. And the girl turns up, right, asking if they want to Do you want to party somewhere? And so James says, yeah. Can you recommend anywhere? So she throws these leaflets down onto the table and says, yeah, I can. I'm the effing promo girl. Or do you think I chose to wear this effing t-shirt? And then storms off, and I thought, yep. Typical British person. Completely useless at noticing these things. So again, this is, I think, partly in the trailer in a way, when they're all standing there looking in the beers. So the owner says, who happens to be Matt King playing as Carl, don't give drinks to the zombies, right? They explain why and stuff like this. Anyway, a bit later on, they're just drinking away, and it's AZ or Az, I don't know how you say his name. It's only 2 letters, for God's sakes. He's completely hammered, and so Alex says to James, he says, do you think these are spiked? And James is like, yeah. He says, what do you think? Do you think our drinks have got spikes in them? He's like, yeah. And that's why I've been giving mine to that zombie over there. And they're like, what? But the owner said not to give him. Like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Just kind of like throw away. Who gives? I don't give. You know, I'm not drinking my drink. He's been buying me. I'm just gonna just sling it over there. It was the typical kind of approach that we would normally do. Whatever, you know. So one bit, they're cutting this guy's arm off, right, using a knife, not a axe or a chainsaw or anything, just a normal standard kitchen knife. So they're hacking away. Of course, you assume that they're just going to chop off the arm because it looked like it was going quite well going through without being gory. But then they hit the bone, and then they were trying desperately to cut it, and they just couldn't do it. And in the end, they just had to snap it off. But it was just like, yeah. Normally in horror films, they just go straight through, with the most flimsiest knife, the butter knife that they just found somewhere, but not in this one. I thought that was actually quite nice, in a weird way. There's not much else to say about this, because it is what it is. They're on an island, a zombie outbreak appears, and they're in Ibiza. The special effects were okay, except towards the end. It kind of went a bit, nah. They had some really good scenes, some really good special effects, especially at the very beginning, where that lad looked like he was going to be turned to a zombie. There was a good zombie at that point, and there was good zombies later on, but then it just sort of just got a bit, James I wanted to kill. It just drove me mad with his crap sex jokes all the time, and it was just constant. He's like one of those people, I don't know if you've ever been there in a nightclub or in a pub or something, and you hear him banging on, and you just feel like you just want to go over there and punch him. It's like that. It's like, will you shut up? If they didn't have him doing his one-liners, it might have been a good film, partially. But it was just constant. He would never shut up. And that's the worst thing. It's just like, it just goes on and on and on. Anyway, there's a barman at the end on the beach, and I was like, who the hell is that? And it turned out it was Chris Simmons from The Bill. So again, it's a British series. You can't get it on DVD, unfortunately. I think you can, but it costs like about £200 or something. I'm not going to do that. But I used to love watching The Bill, and he was Mickey Webb. If anybody's seen The Bill, DC Mickey Webb. But yeah, I was like, where have I seen him before? He hasn't seemed to have aged at all. As in, I watched The Bill yonks ago. Overall, it was like a poor version of Shaun the Dead, basically. There were the bits that you've seen Shaun the Dead. If you've seen it, you'll know what I mean. The bits where it's obvious there's the dead person and they're gonna kill it, but they're not gonna do it the old-fashioned way, like just chopping its head off or anything. They'd have to do something stupid, and that's what they did. But they did it in a stupid way. James, like I said, was just so annoying. They could have toned it down a bit, I think. Ending was okay, but overall I'm going to give it a 3. And that's me generous. I mean, being really generous, giving it a 3. I mean, I don't normally give really low ratings for films, but the humour was there. I was laughing away quite merrily to some of the humour, because the jokes were quite fun and all this business, and I was enjoying those. But the story didn't really gel. I think that they only brought in, what was his name? Mouse up here. Matt King. He was probably one of the most higher paid actors. Maybe Ellie Cara Theobald, but I would definitely say Matt King. He made the film. He really did. He made the film. So maybe they needed him to boost up the ratings, but it didn't help. Yeah, it's a shame. But anyway, like I said before, I watch these so you don't have to. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to the review of Ibiza Undead. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of other film reviews out there. A lot of horrors. Quite low rating ones, but you know, there you go. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave a comment in the comment box below if you unfortunately watched this film. Did you enjoy it? Did you lose the will to live? Did you feel like you wanted to kill James? I don't know. Or did you think that it was the best thing since you've, I don't know, since, what is it, Night of the Living Dead? I mean, that's so boring. It's black and white, and nothing much happens. They're in a farmhouse, they just stand around talking, and there's a zombie walking by, and that's about it. Oh, and somebody sticks somebody on a fire. Sorry, have I just ruined Night of the Living Dead? That was about as exciting as it can ever get. And there's probably more to it, but it's pretty crap. And that's supposed to be the cult classic. Watch Return of the Living Dead is far, far better. Anyway, like I say, there you go. And thank you for watching, and goodbye.